What's going on, Heat fam? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Primo Lord B. Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of We Got Heat, the show we talk about all things Heat, week, or beat. I said that pretty fast. Life's been a little bit crazy. You know, we've been working a lot, trying to make amends. Christmas just passed. We were supposed to put out an episode, but we were just working nonstop, trying to pull up as much hours as we can to get, gifts and all that. But we're back, and obviously, New Year's is upon us in a couple of days. By the time you're watching this video, this might be after New Year's, might be before New Year's, maybe even Thursday, which is New Year's Eve. Anyways, you know how this show is. We're doing something different. We're going to look at the top 5 sneakers of 2020 in our collection, because there's some that are just bullshit impossible to get. Like, it's just insane. So these are the ones that we have in our collection that maybe you've seen throughout the journey. Maybe we've been over it. Maybe you're going to see some that we haven't touched yet. And by touched yet, I mean we've had them. We just didn't film them because this happened before. Well, obviously, it's not a top 5 without some honorable mentions. So without further ado, we're just going to jump into the honorable mentions. And you are going to see some sneakers that maybe you were like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. And we're going to try not to be biased. I tried really hard to not be biased because you know me, I would say Jordan 1 all the way. It will always be a sneaker of the year. It will always be a Jordan 1. I don't care what you say. Change my mind. Anyways, coming in at honorable mention number 7, because we could have gone to 10, but that would have been forever. Honorable mention number 7, we have ourselves one of these. You know what it is. It's a Jordan 1 box. Not just any Jordan 1 box, though. Probably a cooler one, and that being the Air Jordan 1 Zoom Air. Now, you've seen it. You've recognized it. You know this is the Broke Boy Dior's. This is the one that everybody pretty much wanted to go after. I ended up getting these on a little restock, and I only wore these twice, and I love these. I mean, you got to get used to the Zoom Air technology. It's not easy to break in, but once you break it in, it is a wonderful sneaker. This is a shoe that I put up there as a top 7 as honorable mention, because even though I feel this is in the top 5 territory, I feel like this shoe we've seen a little bit more different colors of. This is just more of that higher level quality color. You know, this one, it's this one, then you got the Dior ones, the Rich Boy one, the actual number 1 sneaker of the year. Then you have the smoke grays, then you have the mid smoke grays. So this follows in its own path of itself. So that's why this one's at number 7, or honorable mention number 7. Next one's pretty cool. Next one, again, I'm trying not to be biased here, even though you and I both know I'm going to be biased, is we have another one. Another Jordan 1. Why are you so biased? I'm trying not to be biased, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really trying here. But it's not just any Jordan 1. It's the Court Purple Jordan 1. You've seen it. You love to see it. You know what this is. You know this shoe has to be... It was top 5 territory. But there was a shoe that just a little bit more effort, and it got it. But yes, color blocking on this is a Chicago color block, obviously. You know, if we paint everything red, you would know right off the rip. Maybe even some white in there. You would know, throw on some white laces. You got a Chicago 1. You know what I mean? This is a shoe that materials are A1 quality. And yes, I wore these one time. To Reese's graduation, as you can see, they're slightly worn. They're only worn one time. Literally one time, everything's still in the Nike Air, everything. This is a shoe that was in top 5 territory again. But there's one shoe that kind of just overtook it just a little bit. But this right here is special. This one has to be an honorable mention because, again, this was one that, people were going for. And I love this shoe personally because I got it on my birthday. The day it dropped was April 11th, I believe. And I ended up copying it on my birthday. So this one's in top 5 territory. Top 5 honorable mention territory. Materials are A1. Quality is A1. As far as retail and resale, retail doesn't exist. We're in resale territory now. This pair and that pair, you're gonna look at that $400 range, and that's my size, 10.5. So if you're a research size 6.5, good luck because you're gonna need it. Now we're in top 5 territory. We are in that official top 5 sneakers of 2020 in our collection, and it was hard. It was a lot. We had a lot of dope pickups. We had a lot. And honestly, I was gonna put in the Yeezy Bread 350 V2s. But I got rid of them, and I'm kind of happy about it because I don't want that burden on me anymore. So, to the person who bought it, I appreciate you. But let's get into the real ones. Notice there are no Yeezys here because we do not like Yeezys as much anymore. Me, personally, hate Yeezys now. I don't even like my Quantums, and I wore those things like 30 times, and they're not even the best. Coming in at top 5, if you don't know this box, you're about to learn it. This is one of my favorite sneakers of all time, and that is no cap. size 10.5. It's a Jordan 3. It don't look like it, right? It don't look like it. But what shoe do we have in here, B. Ryan? Well, I'm going to show you. It's probably the most legendary sneaker you'll ever see. This, my friends, is the UNC 3. If I can get it out. We got a UNC 3. And this right here, my friends, is probably a cool one. This shoe took everything by storm. I only wore it one time. It looks dirty as hell. I wore it one time, and that was just to the tattoo shop. One time, down the street. Crazy, right? A little side creasing, but I love it. And no matter what, this shoe is always going to be in my heart. This was a shoe that came out. Everyone was like, oh my God, UNC colorway on a 3? Are you nuts? And it was gone. There was raffles like crazy. And this was when I was getting into the idea of a raffle. This was when I first signed up for a Shoe Palace raffle. And I didn't win these from Shoe Palace. I got these straight off of Sneakers App. And it was just blowing up. People were getting L's left and right. Some people in our sneaker group were getting them. And then I ended up getting them, and I thought they were unique. And I only wore them one time, but I appreciate the details. These are those ones that are just really simple. You know, a little bit of Carolina blue, and that's it. That's all it is. It's just Carolina blue. You know, heart and soul. It says heart right here. It says soul in this one. And that's all it is. It's just the little details. And this is a shoe that literally is probably a personal favorite. Resale-wise, it's up there too. Comfort-wise, it's amazing. Quality, I mean, got a little creasing off the one wear. But for this shoe, throughout the year, this has been a sought-out shoe periodically. Just non-stop going on. And that's why this one's my number 5. Haha. Alright, guys. Now we're going in the top 4. Because we already did 5. Now we're at 4. What does 4 look like? 4. You know what it is. You know this box. You know what it is. We only have one pair. You know what it is. It's a LeBron 7. Don't even need to take it out of the box. For those y'all new viewers who don't know and don't keep up, these, my friends, are the LeBron 7 Media Days. You knew it was going to be here. You knew these were... I still have my StockX tag. But you knew these were going to be here. You knew this wasn't going to be a top 5 without the shoe that I was personally wanting for. And yes, a little bit biased. Is this heat? Is it hype? Is it weak? Is it beat? Is it... No, I said it all. Nope. This personally is a shoe that I wanted for a lot of reasons. You know, for the personal reasons, the memorabilia reasons, the iconic homage to the Lakers colorway, as well as my personal take on a Kobe feeling in his mutual. If you saw it in the Kobe episode, it was emotional. We got a little teary-eyed, but this is a shoe that I feel was executed amazingly. And for it being a LeBron 7, keep in mind, the only LeBron that I've ever worn was a LeBron 6 Meridian, and that was just to play basketball. But to wear these and to actually take them out for a test drive and do a little walk around, I started to pay more respect to the shoe more, as it's iconic. You know, it is paying homage. It is a Lakers colorway, and it's a shoe that a lot of people were going after ever since LeBron did Media Day. That's why they called the Media Days. They were gone. You couldn't get them if you didn't get it in a store. I don't even know how that release looked. I don't remember, but it was one that is very special to me, and that's why this one is my number 4. And we'll get into the high level areas, but you'll see why. As far as resale, I think it's like what, maybe 100 over. I think there's 300 now, and this box is the only box that doesn't close all the way, so you got to give it a little bit of love. Top 3 territory. Coming in at number 3 is a shoe that really doesn't make the most sense to me, but the way I chose it is pretty obvious. It's another one. It's a 3. It's a weird box. I know. What kind of box is it? What is it? What are we looking at? What are we looking at today? Well, if you were knowing and if you've been following, you know what this box is. You know we never even put the shoe on because it's just so crazy. And that, my friends, you love to see it. You love to see the fragment. You know what it is. This, my friends, is the Fragment 3 Air Jordan. The Air Jordan 3 Fragment. Keep in mind, I've never even put this on. Everything's still factory laced. I never even put it on. That's why that's starting to yellow. And that's bad. But I like it as a collector's piece because it's so unique. It's different. Yeah, it's got the big old Fragment logo on the back. Yeah, it's got the Fragment logo right here. Yeah, it's got all the fragments on the bottom. But it's just fun fun to look at. And the way it happened was insane. I was at work when this happened. I was at work, and I was like, the Fragment 3s are dropping in 5 minutes from the sneakers app. So what do you think I did? I tried for it. And what happened? I got them. And it's shocking because the resale on it was like 700, and then it dropped down because I think a lot of people were getting them. But this is one of those shoes that you just don't see at all. You don't see these. I don't think I've ever seen anybody wear these on foot, and it says Fragment on the inside. I really don't think anybody has worn these. I haven't seen anybody wear these, and I live in a high popular area where you see sneakers left and right. Can you behave? I haven't seen these, but that's fine. I don't know why. I don't know why these are. I think these are top 3 only because of the fact that they're different. They're unique. They're more unique design. The materials on these are just feel crisp and A1. And I look at these, and these things are just a keeper. These things are like a centerpiece that you can just have and just look and be like, oh, what are those? It's the big logo for me. It's the heel tab that gets to me every time. As far as resale, I haven't really checked. I haven't really looked at it, but I guarantee it's kind of pretty much up there. This is one of those that it's more appreciative. It's simple. It executes a lot, and it's just, the more I look at it, the more little details I find. Like, I kind of like that little black line, even though it's white stitching. It's just, for a personal reason, this is the top 3. It's just one that was sought out. I was gone. It was gone in seconds. Everybody was getting them. People were wanting them. People were still wanting them. And to this day, people want them. Fragment 3. Now for the worst part. The top 2. Why is it the worst part? Because they're not my damn size. These are not my size. These top 2 are not my size. And I hate it. And I hate it. And I hate it. And I hate it. But you know what? We will come back with more dubs. We will come back with more L's. I know it. We're going to avoid L's. We want dubs. Top 2 territory. If you're a sneakerhead, you know what this box is. And you might not know what specific model it is. Could it be a Cement 4? Could it be a metallic? Could it be a quarter? What is it? Could it be a fire? Well, not my size. But red. And that, my friends, in top 2 territory is the Air Jordan 4 in the fire red colorway. I'm pissed off because I wanted these, but I started saving for Christmas, so I had to walk away, and we had opportunities to pick them up, but we didn't, and I'm kind of sad about it. But let's appreciate the Nike Air on the back. Let's appreciate, yes, dead stock. We haven't even taken them off. We didn't even take off the thing in the inside. We haven't even done the laces. We haven't even touched it. This is the first time you're seeing it handled. This is insane. This is top 2 territory because of the colors, because of the iconic, because it's an Air Jordan 4. Yes, it is a fire red, a little bit of accent on the red. You know, the materials on it, again, crisp as always. Again, it is an Air Jordan 4. You wear these maybe like 2 times, you're going to see some heavy creases. But that's the shoe. It's meant to crease, and it's meant to look good. And this is a shoe that I kind of regret walking away from, but I kind of had to. Priorities. If you're thinking about it, do pick it up. Right now, I think the resale's not that high than we think it is. It might be up there. I don't know. I haven't checked. But if you're thinking of picking these up and you just got money for Christmas, take my advice and do it, because I kind of regret it, and I kind of want to do it because I have Christmas money, but I got to save too for another reason, but we'll talk about that later. But yes, Air Jordan 4 Fire Red is number 2. Quality, amazing. Now, let's get into what you all came to see. You love to see it. You want to see it. You know what that box is. I told you I'm going to try and not be biased as possible. That's a big stack, by the way. You know what this box is. You know what it is. Air Jordan 1 box. It's a reverse box. And usually the only things come in reverse box are the insane pairs. Are the pairs that no one really has. It's a reverse. The only reverse pair that I have are my Fearless ones. All patent leather, Chicago red, UNC blue. That's it. This right here is one that makes literally anybody mad. Anybody that you may or may not know will make you mad. Because this was a shoe that release was so weird. This was that shoe. Yeah, this was a shoe that release was so weird. It was either you got them on the sneakers app, you actually won a reservation. That was it. There was no chance of getting them. The whole release was weird. And that was in here. That's in Texas. That's in Saytown location. It was weird. It was a weird release. I was seeing people with them, and I didn't even know how they even got them. But you know what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, our top pick of the number of our personal top 5 sneakers of 2020, your number one choice is none other than the Air Jordan 1 tie-dye. Yes. This bundle of joy that I do not have in my size. This shoe that makes everybody mad if you have them is right here. The tie-dye. Why? Well, first, let's look at it. Satin on the inside. I hate the satin on the inside. It's kind of gross. I do like the laces. I do like the feeling of the laces. They feel really soft and mushy. But let's appreciate it. Let's appreciate the materials. Let's appreciate the tie-dye. It feels rough. It feels riggedy. But that's what a tie-dye is. It's rough and riggedy. It doesn't make any sense. And it goes well. These will forever piss me off because I didn't have a chance to get them. And I don't know how the hell Reeser got them. But these are amazing. These are probably a little more flawless. And just looking at them itself, these are an eye-catching piece. These are a piece that you can keep looking. Don't you dare follow me. Don't you put that on us. It's windy. I will play it safe. Good job. We brought a lot. I don't know. More or less, this is a shoe that's just unique. And it could be the satin on the inside. It could be the laces. It's definitely the materials. It's definitely the materials on the outside. But this is a shoe that we got to respect. We got to appreciate. It is creative. It is a creative piece. And I haven't seen it, and I do wish it would. If someone would do it, that'd be really insane, of dyeing the tie-dye into a different color. I think that would be pretty cool. But this is a shoe that I was upset because I couldn't get. But more than not, it had a unique release. And it was really unique to Jordan culture, to sneaker culture, to any culture. It was unique. It was taking a different take on a shoe and just making it artistic. And that's what I think it is. It's art. I'm looking at a piece of art here. And yeah, we have the media days. Yeah, we thought because of the Lakers, and we thought the homage, and we're paying attention so much. We were looking at the fragments. The fragments were all white with the little Concord black, if you get my drift of a Concord 11, with the fragment logo all over. Got the Firewood 4, the simple UNC, a little bit of blue. We got core purples, but then you have these. Then you have these. And I was going to say either these or the Biohacks. Not as number one, but throw the Biohacks on the list because they both share similarities. They're different materials. They're both unique in their own way, shape. But this is a one that is just different. It's not just different materials. It's a whole scheme. It's a whole tie-dye scheme. And this right here, this resale just keeps going up and up and up. And it just bothers me even more and more and more because I know I will never afford them again. But we have to pay homage to it. It is a piece of art. And this was a shoe that literally dominates 2020. Yes, we can say the Mocha ones are up there. We can say the Guava Ice 4s. We can say the Union 4s. We can say anything. We can say Off-White, anything. We don't care. For me, because in mid-range, in not high-class range of, we're botting, we're doing this, an actual manual user and not botting on anything. This is a shoe that is more iconic to the eye than it is. It might not look like it, you might not seem like it, but when you have this and you have it in your collection and you go through them and you're going through your boxes and you're seeing what you have and what you don't, and you come across these and you look at these for a second, you're like, damn, they really did something nice. This will always be a shoe that is both special to not only me, to not just have it in the wall, but also Reeser, who actually owns them, and they're just living in my space. But to have these as a number one shoe would be dishonorable. This right here is the top sneaker of 2020. And that's ours. That is ours. That is our top 5 with honorable mentions to sneakers of 2020. Yes, it was a long video. Yes, we want to make up for it. If you are watching this, I hope you have a safe and happy new year. I hope your Christmas was wonderful. I hope you're doing well in life. I hope you're striving for your goals. But definitely be tuning in because we have a lot of stuff coming, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. Right now, it was just on pause because we were both working and we were just trying to make ends meet, and it was just a disaster. But we wanted to put this out to you, and we're here, and we're doing what we love, and we're educating, and we're awesome. Dude, come on, really? You gotta subscribe, baby. You gotta leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Put those post notifications on because you know how we do it every day on the daily. We got the heat. we do got a beat pair, and that is going to be the Quantums. Those things are nasty. Throw them out. We don't need them. Thank you all for watching. I'm your host, Supreme Lord B. Ryan, and as always, I will see y'all in the next episode. Peace.